Alien assassin hunted the human for days. Then she woke up to him. Beginning, the twin sons of Ares were burned low on the horizon, casting jagged shadows across a barren desert of glassy dunes and broken ruins. Once, this place had been a thriving city, humming with alien voices and machines. Now it was quiet, save for the whisper of sand carried on the wind. The war had ended here. But some things born of war did not die easily. The assassin crouched on a fractured spire of metal, her silver eyes narrowed against the sun's light. Her name was Zira, a bred killer from the obelisk Dominion. She was not born like humans. She had been grown in vats, enhanced with exoskeletal armor that shimmered under her pale skin, her blood engineered with liquid alloy to heal wounds rapidly. She was weapon and soldier both, designed to move faster, think sharper, and strike without mercy. And she had only one target now. The Dominion had marked a human soldier, one who had slipped through the cracks of their invasion campaigns. His name was Commander Elias Wren, survivor of the Terran resistance. According to intelligence, he carried something the Dominion feared, data stolen from their central archives, information that could unravel entire campaigns and deliver to the scattered human fleets still hiding in the asteroid belts. Her orders were clear: hunt the human, kill him, recover the data. For 3 days she had tracked him across the deserts of Ares IV. He moved cleverly, avoiding the obvious paths, doubling back through the ruins, masking his tracks with misleading patterns. More than once, she had caught a glimpse of him, a tall figure in battered armor, carrying a rifle that was more patched than polished. Always he was just beyond reach, just far enough to keep her hunger for the kill alive. She did not need food. She did not need rest. But she wanted the hunt. Still, something gnawed at her. Humans were fragile, clumsy things. Yet this one moved with uncanny instinct. As if he knew she was coming before she made her moves. She had calculated countless pursuit paths, but always he slipped through her net. "Wren," she whispered into the dry wind, her voice a rasp of metal and breath. "You cannot run forever." She believed it. Yet each passing day made her wonder. Why did he seem less like prey and more like someone leading her? On the 5th day, the chase changed. Zira descended into the ruins of an ancient amphitheater, its stone cracked and swallowed by sand. The human's tracks led inside. She moved silent as shadow, her body melding with the architecture. Her blade extended from her wrist with a whisper of metal. She inhaled the air, their faint molecules of sweat and human blood. He was close. Then she saw it, a campfire, small, dying, and on the ground near it, the human himself, lying still, his rifle resting against a broken column. Her eyes narrowed. It was too easy. No prey gave up so simply. She circled him, blade ready. His chest rose and fell slowly. Asleep, foolish, she raised her blade. But then his eyes opened, blue, piercing, not the startled eyes of prey, but the calm, measured gaze of someone who had been waiting. "You've been at this for nearly a week," Elias said, his voice dry, cracked with thirst. "Don't you think it's time you stopped pretending you're the hunter?" Before she could strike, something hummed around her. A net of energy flared up, invisible until now, locking her in a cage of shimmering light. Zira hissed, her blade crackling uselessly against a barrier. The human stood, slowly, with the weariness of someone who had walked too far, but refused collapse. He approached her carefully, his rifle slung over his shoulder. "I know what you are," he said. "Obelisk assassin, grown to hunt, designed to kill. I've seen your kind before, but you've been chasing me without asking why I let you." Zira snarled, slamming her armored fists into the barrier. "You were careless. I trapped you." He shook his head. "No, you've been exactly where I wanted you." Her rage flickered for the first time into confusion. "Why?" He knelt just outside the barrier, close enough for her to see the scars etched into his skin, the hollow lines of grief in his face. "Because I wanted you to hear me." Because maybe, just maybe, you're more than what they made you to be. She laughed, sharp and metallic. I am nothing more than what they made me. Weapon, blade, death. But his gaze did not waver. If that were true, you have killed me on the first day. You had shots. You had chances. Yet you kept following, watching, almost waiting. Her chest tightened, though she did not understand why. She had indeed hesitated more than once, her blade hovering a breath from striking. She had told herself it was calculation, that she wanted the perfect moment. But his words struck something deeper, something unspoken. You don't know what they did to you, Elias said softly. I've seen the Dominion's breeding chambers. They erase choice. They program loyalty. But there's always cracks. Always something human or close to it, left inside. Otherwise, you wouldn't be standing here, struggling to kill me. His voice was too calm, too certain. She hated it. She hated the way his words made her feel like something was unraveling inside her. You think you can change me, she spat. Make me betray what I am. I think, Elias said, that you already are. The suns dipped lower. The barrier hummed. And for the first time since her creation, Zira did not know whether she wanted to kill her target or to understand him. That night, exhaustion overtook her. She had never truly slept before. Her body only required short regenerative trances. But within the cage, under the weight of his words, her mind betrayed her. Memories flickered. Cold laboratories, voices of masters, commands drilled into her. And beneath it all, a faint, impossible image. A child's laughter. Her own? Someone else's? She did not know. When her eyes opened again, the suns had not yet risen. And there, sitting against a broken column, rifle across his lap, was Elias. Watching her, protecting her. For the first time, she woke up to him. Ending. The following days blurred into something neither of them had expected. He released her from the cage, though she could not understand why. He shared his water, though his supplies were scarce. He spoke to her, telling her of Earth, of oceans and forests she had never seen. At first, she stayed because killing him had become complicated. Then, slowly, she realized she stayed because something inside her wanted to listen. Yet the shadow of the Dominion loomed. They would not stop at sending one assassin. More would come. Already, she could sense the faint tremors of incoming ships on the horizon. You should have killed me, she told him one evening as they walked through the ruins together. Maybe, he admitted. But then you wouldn't be here, and I'd still be running. Alone. His words stirred something she could not name. She had never been anything but alone. When the Dominion strike team finally descended, the desert lit with fire. Drones swept across the ruins, scanning, hunting. And for the first time, Zira did not move to join them. She stood at Elias's side. Why? She whispered to herself. He looked at her, eyes tired but fierce. Because you're not their weapon anymore. The battle was brutal. Elias fought with human tenacity, striking where the enemy least expected. Zira moved like the blade she was made to be. But this time, her target was not him. It was the masters who had bound her life in chains. Together, they tore through the strike team, two forces who should have been enemies but instead had become something else entirely. When silence fell, the ruins were littered with wreckage. Elias stood bleeding, barely able to hold his rifle. She moved to his side, steadying him. You should leave me, he rasped. They'll send more. They'll never stop. She met his gaze, her silver eyes softer now. Then let them come. They'll find nothing but ash and steel waiting. He laughed weakly, leaning into her. Guess you've made your choice. And in that moment, she realized he was right. She had. For the first time in her life, Zira was no longer the hunter or the weapon. She was something neither the Dominion nor her creators had planned. She was free. And when she woke in the days that followed, through the shifting sands and the endless chase of survival, she no longer woke to the silence of emptiness. She woke to him,